Welcome everybody to Play Well Live. We are back. I'm very excited to be working with you today. You can see we've got a string hooked up in the old workshop here, and we're going to be working on building our very own Lego Ziplines and a few little surprises in store as well. Now, before I get started on this, and eventually stay tuned because again, we're going to be adding our own zipline to the treehouse outside. So if you can stay tuned until the very end, we're going to learn how zip lines work. We're going to learn a little bit about some physics, and we're going to learn how to build a few different variations of zip lines that you can actually make at home, which is going to be pretty exciting. Now, I'm going to I want to share kind of a weird thing to start with. We have something that we are starting to offer for kids who are old enough to do programming. Now, when we were able to actually get in a classroom with kids, we actually offer robotics. Robotics is a really interesting realm where we have Lego creations that can move and they have motors and things, and we program the robots. We program the robots to move and do a sequence of tasks. Do this, then this, then this, then this. And they can even sense their environment. Now, during this time, when we cannot be in a classroom with kids, we thought a really cool way to teach kids programming is using a free program called Scratch. Some of you out there might know what Scratch is. It's a really neat program designed by the people at MIT. And it kind of looks like this. It looks a lot like Lego. And you can see there's these menus of different blocks, and each block you can bring over to your little table, and each block tells your program something to do. It tells it to move, or make a sound, or do something different. And you can see, oh, Logan and Julia, hello. Nice to see you. Thanks for hopping on. And so you can see what we can do here is once we're finished making a program, it makes kind of a game or an animation or a story. So watch, this is a little story I made that I teach kids how to do where you are a little puppy and you're running away from a space donut. Oh, actually, no, you're not a puppy. You're a rocket ship, and you're saving space puppies, and you're running away from the evil space donut. So if I hit this, you could see I'm trying to save the puppies. Save the puppies. Save the puppies. And it's kind of a fun game. Now, this kind of game right here is something I would teach in a lesson, kids how to build that program step by step. Now, we are actually offering during this time a few videos where it's me teaching kids how to do this kind of thing and make some games or animations and things like that. There was a link on Facebook, on our Facebook page a few days ago on purchasing these. Each pack is 3 videos. And I would say each video is like between 30 and 45 minutes, and the kids could build off of it, work on their programming for like an hour. And the pack of 3 videos is $18. So it's a pretty good deal because the whole thing together is probably about, 5 to 7 hours of activity. Hi, Caleb. And so I just wanted to offer everybody out there who's watching a special offer for the first, and this is just to help us out and maybe learn a little something if you want to. The first 30 people who go and buy it, if you put in our code, which is playwell at home, no spaces, you'll get 50% off of that price. So it's only $9. So it'll help Playwell a lot if you feel like it, and it might be a really fun activity for kids at home. It's really for kids starting from maybe 7 to 9 is one pack, and then another pack 10 to 12. I'm sorry for doing a commercial. I'm sorry for doing a commercial right now, but it is something that I'm very excited about, and I hope you can kind of help us out, and hopefully it can bring kids some fun during this time. Zip lines. Let's make some zip lines. Now, in the little picture, you saw this little guy. A zip line is basically anything where a person can ride down using gravity down some kind of a wire or string. Now, this guy's not working. It's not working because there is too much. If anybody remembers the force that restricts us from moving, it is friction. There is too much friction on this little guy's lasso thing here, so he's not going down. The friction is stronger than the gravity pulling down this hill. Maybe if it was steeper, he might be able to go a little bit. Now, we need to make a zip line that can roll. So if you've ever been on a zip line, if anyone's ever been on a zip line, tell me in the comments. I want to see. I've been on some, not huge ones, but I've been on some. Now, you can see to start with, what we need to be able to roll down this wire a little bit is a wheel. Now, this is a special wheel called a pulley wheel, and on the side of it has a little groove on the side. Hi, Amber. Now, and this, oh, I forgot. This challenge is brought to us by Stacy, one of our biggest fans, and Stacy actually is the one that had the idea to add a zip line to the treehouse, and that's what we're doing today. So, and Amber, who just hopped on, Amber is the one who did trapdoors from last week, so I wanted to make sure we gave a shout out to Amber. So, again, this wheel, let me try to balance this wheel on the string and see what happens. Let's see if it rolls down. No. No. So it's not that easy. So what happens is, most of the mass of this wheel, most of the weight of the wheel, is it above or below the wire? It's above the wire. So when you let go, gravity just wants to tilt it down and it falls over to the side. So what we need to do, hi Aylwin and Arthur in Atlanta, all the way out in Atlanta, hello, thanks for joining us. Now, what we need to do is we need to change what's called the center of mass, which is where most of the mass is located, below the string, so that when it's there, it will hang under the string and not be on top of the string hanging and falling over. Okay? So what we need to do is figure out how to move the center of mass from up here to down here. So what we can start to do is we're going to add a beam. And this is an 8-stud beam. Let's see if this works. I'm going to go like this and put it through here. I'm going to put a little bushing on the side so it doesn't fall out. Now we have kind of a hanging wheel. And now maybe we've added enough mass down here that it won't fall off. Let's see what happens. I'm going to put it right on the wire. Ugh. Fail. Fail. So what's happening now is, if we look carefully at this, I hope you can see it, what's happening is most of the mass, it might be a little lower, but it's over to the side because this beam is hanging to the side of the wheel. So let's experiment. I'm going to add right now a little brick over to the side here. Maybe now if I go like this, the weight is down, and maybe I'm kind of bringing it over a little bit so it doesn't tilt as much. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Can you see we're getting warm here? This is kind of working pretty well. So I'm going to see if I can actually start going down here. Ooh, we're in business. So now I'm going to add something. So my little Lego people, Logan. Logan is Amber's son. I'm sorry. Sometimes I say hello and thank you to Amber, but Logan is Amber's son, and I think Logan might have had the idea for the trapdoor. I think so. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a little brick here, and I'm going to add one of these bricks with studs on the side, like that. I need it on the other side. What do you think, Kat, I need on the other side? So let's play with this, and we'll see. You might be right. So what I did is I added a platform. So now what's happening is, oh, Kaden, hi. So what I'm doing is I'm seeing if I'm practicing the balance. Before I really want to roll, I want to see that this thing balances well. So I think we're pretty good. It might be leaning a little bit over, but I'm building down and over so that the center of mass is below where the wire is, and it's kind of in the middle. So that's kind of my goal with this thing. So I think we're pretty good. All right. Now let's see what I can do. I'm going to now put my person on here, and she's going to see if she can go down this wire. First, I have to see, by adding her, does it change my mass, my center of mass, and where everything is? Yes. So let's see if it's still balanced with a person on it. Not so much. Maybe it's tilting too much over there. So maybe I need to take off some weight, put her over here. Let's try again. So you can see a lot of this, we got to really test these out to make sure it's safe. We don't want any minifigures hurt in this process. All right, we're getting close. Should we try it? Let's try it. Are you brave? She doesn't have a helmet on. Make sure you always wear a helmet, but we'll let her by this time. Okay, so here we go. Are we ready? Take one for our zip line. Go. It works. It works. Now, this is a pretty neat little zip line that you can make. Now, if you do not have Technic pieces at home, I'm going to show you another version that uses only these kinds of pieces. Bricks, wheels, just regular old little Lego wheels, and maybe some plates. Now, the key is if you have these Lego wheels, and you can see them like this, if you take off the tires, what you might hopefully end up with is a little wheel that has a groove in the side. And that groove is very important so that we can actually be resting on the wire. Now, obviously, is this going to balance right here if I put this on the wire like this? No, it's not going to balance, it's just going to fall right over. So we've got to do our same experiment and figure out how we can get the center of mass, you remember, this is like almost like the point of a lever, the point of a fulcrum, of a seesaw. Right now, all of my weight is over here, so what's going to happen is it's just going to go flonk. So what I want to do is figure out how I can get the center of mass, which is right in the middle here now, underneath, so it doesn't flop down. So what I'm going to do first, you can see I've stripped off my tires. I've got wheels with grooves in it. Now I'm going to add some bricks underneath, and these can just fit right underneath like that. Your wheels might be a little different. You might have something like this, and if I take this tire off, what do I get? I get this. Might look a little different, but this would work because it has a groove as well. So any kind of little groove would help. Now I've got this funny thing. So now where do you think my center of mass is? Probably right about in the middle of those bricks. But here's where I'm going to pivot from. So what's probably going to happen is it's going to swoop down like this. Let's try it. Whoa, yeah, it doesn't even stay on. It's just wanting to swoop down like this, okay? Julia, you think she's too heavy? Julia said she thinks that she is too heavy. Maybe I need a lighter person, I don't know. Now, let's see if we can fix this one. So this right here, what we're gonna do, we need to make the center of mass balanced out. So instead of having so much mass on this side of the wire, we wanna balance it out and have some weight pulling on this, pushing down on this side of the wire to balance it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a plate, which is going underneath. So you can see here's where the wire is, and I can almost balance it on my finger to test. It's still tilting a little bit. So maybe I'll add a few bricks on the side. Ooh, this might be better. So let's balance it on the wire. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, Julia, I know that's a good idea, Caleb, use a microfigure. But now, this is gonna be for the treehouse, and so we have minifigure scale on the treehouse, so we've gotta go big. So I'm putting our heavy minifigure here. She is ready to go. I'm gonna put her on, see if it works. Yes, now let's go from the top. Wow, let's test this out. Here we go, from the top. Cross your fingers, everybody. Here we come. It works. It works. With one little wheel thing, 6 bricks, and a plate, we've got our own zipline that can carry a minifigure. Awesome. Now, we're going to try this outside in a second, but I've got one more little trick for you that I want to show you. We're going to go mechanical, because what I would like to do is see if Mike Spee's daughter, Mike Spee, who did our awesome video yesterday, his daughter wanted us to have a puppy in the treehouse and get a way for our puppy to get up into the treehouse. Can zip lines go up? No, because they use gravity, which pulls things down. So we have a little motorized contraption here, which has a motor that can turn this wheel here and has a little pulley wheel here. So let's power this up and see. Now this is really cool because it is actually remote control. It has a little receiver right here, and it can be powered by a remote control. So if I turn this, oh yeah, oh yeah. So if I put this on, let's see what happens. Well, oh yeah, no, let's see it climb. Not climbing. Not climbing. Does anybody think they know why it's not climbing? Did you see what was happening? Was the wheel turning? It was turning. It was turning. It's still turning. So why is it stopping climbing? What's happening? Ah! It's not climbing because the wheel was slipping. In this case, we want to have friction or gripping on from the wheel to this. So we need some gripping power here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this smooth pulley wheel that was on the axle, and I'm going to replace it with this big old pulley wheel that I can put a rubber band on. This is kind of like putting the rubber on your shoes, gripping the ground. So now if I put this on, let's see if it climbs a little bit better now. Okay, now that we have rubber on our pulley wheel. So now we're going to go, okay. Woo! Now it can climb because the rubber band is gripping to the string so that it, yes, Kat, that's exactly it. We need more friction. And remember, friction is one of those forces that, depending on your machine, sometimes you want it, sometimes you don't. If you want things to move smoothly, friction is your enemy. If you want things to grip and hold, friction is your friend, okay? So let's go outside and let's try these things out on the treehouse. I got some more things to show you out there. So get on my toys here, and I need to get you guys, and let's go outside here. I got too much stuff in my hand. This is not going to end well. One thing at a time. All right, here we go. I'm going to bring some things out. All right, hold on. Gotta go back in. You're welcome, Hunter. But don't thank me yet until we get your puppy into the treehouse, okay? So here is Hunter's puppy waiting at the station. And there's the treehouse way over there. Can everybody see? So we've got to see if Hunter can get up, if Hunter's puppy, we need a name for Hunter's puppy, and I think Hunter's going to have to be the one to name the puppy. So Hunter, you tell us what name you want your puppy to have. And while we do that, before we do the motorized, I don't know what we call it, I guess like a gondola going up the wire, we're going to try our zip lines, okay? So let me see if I can change this view. So bear with me for a second. All right, hold on. I got to unmirror you. So here we are. Oh, before we do anything, we have some new visitors in our treehouse. My daughter, Amalia, made some beautiful little figures. She made her brother only out of 1x bricks. 1x plates. She made this whole thing, and here she is out of 1x plates as well. Look at this. You see how the eyes hang down from the top? And in the back, she made her hair. So these are kind of our sculptures that are in front of our treehouse now. Now, if we go up, you remember from last time, we got our person watching TV, and up here we've got our Burger King with our dragon cook in the back. And now we have a new ladder going up to our zip line. So now we're going to try zip line from the treehouse down to the station. Trial 1. Ready, set, go. Bang. Okay, I don't have a very good end here. She slams into the wall, so that worked pretty well. Now, it's time to get our puppy up into the treehouse. So we're going to get our little gondola here on here. I'm sorry for the shaky camera. I need a camera person. All right, so we have this ready. It's on. We've got our puppy. Hunter, I'm still waiting for the puppy's name. Okay. Hold on, everybody. Hold on, everybody. I'm putting you down. Take a look at the sky for a little bit. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. So we've got the puppy. Let's see if this is working. Okay, it's working. Oh my gosh. Okay, ready? Up to the treehouse. Oh, it's climbing. It's climbing. Now, I think I need a station, so if the puppy wants to get off here, then she could get off there, and she's got her bone over there. But I think she wants some Burger King, so she's going all the way to the top. Yes. Success. Success. So, whew, it's a lot of stuff. I want to thank everybody for joining me today, and thank you for all these wonderful ideas. Stacy for the zipline idea, Hunter for the get the dog in the treehouse idea. Keep those ideas coming so that we can keep adding more to this crazy treehouse next time, okay? And we are so excited. We're going to be doing this every single day. So I will see you tomorrow for Facebook Live. Hope everybody is well and have a wonderful day. Take care.